If you're a man over 60, I want you to pause for a moment, because what you're about to hear could save you years of discomfort, sleep disruption, and even embarrassment. Most men think prostate problems are just part of aging. They think it's something they have to live with. But that's not entirely true. As a prostate specialist, I've treated thousands of men in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, and I've seen a pattern. The men who feel better, sleep better, and live fuller lives aren't just lucky. They've changed how they live, and it made all the difference. This video isn't here to scare you. It's here to wake you up. Because there's one habit that quietly fuels prostate growth, and it's something almost every senior does without realizing. We'll get to that in just a moment. But first, understand this. Your prostate doesn't enlarge overnight. It happens little by little, often from daily choices that seem harmless. So today we'll walk through 10 habits, some surprising, some familiar, that may be making your prostate swell. If you're waking up multiple times a night, struggling to start your stream, or feeling like you never fully empty your bladder, then this is for you. Habit 10 to watch out for: not drinking enough water. Sounds simple, right? But dehydration is one of the most overlooked causes of prostate pressure. Many seniors cut back on fluids to avoid nighttime bathroom trips. But this backfires. Your bladder becomes irritated when urine is too concentrated, and that irritation travels directly to the prostate. Think of your bladder and prostate like neighbors. If one's having a bad day, the other feels it too. Mild, ongoing dehydration also thickens your blood and slows circulation, making it harder for nutrients to reach the prostate and for waste to be removed. That low-level inflammation can lead to years of avoidable symptoms. So, sip small amounts of water throughout the day. If your urine is dark yellow, your body is begging for hydration. Give it what it needs. Habit 9 is one I've seen more often since the rise of home entertainment: sitting too long without moving. Many older adults enjoy relaxing in a favorite chair, and you've earned that comfort. But sitting for long stretches puts pressure on your pelvic area and restricts blood flow to the prostate. Blood is what carries oxygen and healing agents to your organs. Without enough of it, inflammation builds. This isn't about giving up rest, it's about balance. Stand up and stretch every 30 minutes. Walk a bit, move your hips. These gentle habits can reduce the pressure on your lower body and protect your prostate without exhausting you. A little movement is medicine. Now, let's talk about one of the most damaging silent habits: stress. Chronic unrelieved stress is the one habit that enlarges your prostate over time. Why? Because stress isn't just emotional, it's physical. When you're constantly worried, your body releases stress hormones like cortisol. These hormones tighten muscles, restrict blood vessels, and trigger inflammation. And your prostate? It sits in the crossfire. Tense pelvic muscles, tight blood vessels, and poor immune defense mean your prostate stays irritated day after day. Seniors often carry stress quietly, worries about health, money, family, but that pressure accumulates, and your body feels it. Daily stress relief isn't a luxury, it's essential. Breathe deeply, go outside, listen to calming music, laugh. These simple acts restore balance inside your body, giving your prostate the chance to rest and recover. You don't need to be stress-free, you just need to be stress-aware. Here's another overlooked danger: eating too much red or processed meat. For many, a juicy steak or a slice of bacon brings comfort, but when red meat is a daily habit, it comes at a cost. Saturated fats and preservatives in processed meats fuel inflammation throughout the body, especially in the prostate. What's worse, aging slows digestion, so meat sits longer in your system, adding pressure to your belly and pelvis. That pressure makes urinary symptoms worse. You don't have to give up meat entirely, just eat it less often. Swap in grilled chicken, salmon or lentil dishes a few nights a week. Your body will thank you. Not only will you feel lighter, you'll notice fewer trips to the bathroom too. Another quiet contributor to prostate problems is inhaling secondhand smoke or being a current smoker. You might think, I quit years ago, or I'm not the one smoking. But even occasional exposure can reduce blood flow, increase oxidative stress, and inflame the tissues around your prostate. Smoking weakens your immune defenses and limits your body's ability to repair itself. I've seen older men experience surprising improvements in urinary symptoms within weeks of quitting or avoiding smoke altogether. If you still smoke, don't try to quit cold turkey. Talk to your doctor about gentle, effective methods that work with your lifestyle. And if you don't smoke, stay vigilant about your environment. Avoiding smoke isn't just about lungs, it's about every organ it touches, including your prostate. Before we continue, here's something to consider. If you're finding it hard to track how much water you're drinking, how often you urinate, or how long you go between bathroom visits, there's a tool that can help. Many men over 60 are now using a simple, senior-friendly app called the Senior Health Tracker. It helps monitor daily habits, track symptoms, and even remind you when it's time to check in with your doctor. It's not about technology, it's about staying in control, and it's free to try. You'll find a link in the video description. Let's get back to the habits. Another one you may not think about often is holding in your urine. Maybe you're out running errands. Maybe you just don't want to get up in the middle of the night. But when you hold it in regularly, your bladder stretches and presses down on your prostate. That kind of internal pressure wears down tissue over time. Seniors especially are more vulnerable, since bladder muscles weaken with age. Holding your urine can also lead to incomplete emptying, which leaves behind a small pool of stagnant urine, a perfect breeding ground for bacteria and inflammation. Listen to your body. When you feel the urge, don't delay. Taking care of your bladder helps protect your prostate. Let's move to a surprising trigger many men don't expect: eating too many spicy or overly processed foods. Now, there's nothing wrong with flavor. A bit of spice here and there won't hurt you. But if your daily meals are packed with chili powder, hot sauces, deli meats, or canned meals, your prostate might be paying the price. Spicy foods can irritate the bladder and surrounding tissues, especially in men already dealing with prostate sensitivity. And processed foods, they're filled with preservatives, salt, and chemicals that don't support healthy function. They strain your digestion, contribute to inflammation, and disrupt hormone levels, especially testosterone, which is key in prostate health. If your diet comes more from boxes than fresh produce, it may be time to shift. Think about adding more calming, nutrient-rich foods. Cooked vegetables, soft grains, light soups. These ease digestion and lower stress on your system. And a happier gut often means a happier prostate. Now, here's a habit that might surprise you: ignoring sleep problems. Many older adults accept restless sleep as normal. But when you don't sleep well, your body misses out on healing time. Poor sleep raises cortisol levels, that stress hormone we talked about, and over time that leads to more inflammation, yes, including in the prostate. Lack of sleep also disrupts hormone regulation, weakens your immune system, and makes it harder for your body to flush toxins. Men with poor sleep often see a rise in nighttime urination, urgency, and discomfort. Improving your sleep, even slightly, can have ripple effects on your prostate health. Try gentle wind-down routines, reducing caffeine late in the day, or speaking to your doctor if insomnia is a regular struggle. When your body sleeps, your prostate heals. Never underestimate the power of a good night's rest. Next, let's talk about a visual warning sign: excess belly fat. This isn't about body image. It's about internal health. That soft belly many seniors develop, isn't just extra weight, it's a hormonal disruptor. Belly fat produces inflammatory compounds that affect your entire body, including the prostate. It also increases pressure in your pelvis, pressing directly on the bladder and the prostate beneath it. More weight means more strain, and studies have shown that men with larger waistlines are significantly more likely to experience prostate enlargement and urinary problems. But the good news? You don't need a six-pack to feel better. Losing just a few pounds through light walking, smaller meals, and less sugar can bring real relief. That 1 inch off your waistline might mean one less trip to the bathroom each night. Habits too to be cautious about is subtle but powerful: using too much caffeine. Many seniors enjoy coffee or tea, and you absolutely can still enjoy them, but too much caffeine overstimulates the bladder and tightens muscles that make urination more difficult. It acts as a diuretic, meaning it pulls water into the bladder and pushes it out quickly. That may sound helpful, but for a sensitive or enlarged prostate, it's just more pressure, more urgency, and more irritation. And let's not forget, caffeine stays in your system for hours, so drinking coffee late in the day may be part of what wakes you up at 2:00 a.m. to pee. If you're having multiple cups a day, try switching your second or third cup to herbal tea or low caffeine options. Your prostate will feel the difference almost immediately. Now we arrive at the one habit that enlarges your prostate, and it's the most overlooked of them all: skipping regular health screenings. Too many men avoid the doctor unless something feels serious, but here's the thing: prostate enlargement doesn't always start with pain. It starts quietly, and routine checkups can catch early signs before symptoms worsen. A quick exam or a simple blood test can give your doctor key clues about how your prostate is doing. The truth is, many prostate issues can be managed naturally if caught early, but when left alone for too long, they can lead to infections, bladder damage, or even the need for invasive procedures. If you haven't had your prostate checked in the past year, now is the time. No embarrassment, no shame, just knowledge, and that knowledge could change your life. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you of something powerful. Healing doesn't require perfection. You don't need to fix every habit overnight. You don't need to live without joy. You just need to start. Pick one habit from today's list. Maybe it's drinking more water, walking after breakfast, or turning off the TV 30 minutes earlier. Any of these can set you on a path toward less discomfort, better sleep, and more confidence. Let's return to the beginning for just a moment. You might remember I mentioned that there's one habit above all others that silently inflames the prostate, and here it is again, loud and clear: chronic stress. It doesn't matter how healthy you eat or how much water you drink. If you're holding on to stress, your body never gets a chance to recover. Stress changes your hormones, tightens your pelvic floor, interrupts your sleep, and weakens your immune system. It is the quiet thief of comfort in older age. But here's the beautiful truth. Managing stress doesn't require a therapist or medication. It begins with small daily choices. Take 10 minutes each morning just for yourself. Listen to soft music. Breathe deeply. Stretch your legs. Call a friend. Spend 5 minutes outside. These small acts, when done consistently, calm your nervous system and soften the inflammation that builds up deep in your body. A calmer mind leads to a calmer prostate. It's that simple. Now that we've walked through the habits, ask yourself honestly, how many of these show up in your day? Maybe it's dehydration, maybe it's long hours in front of the TV, maybe you've been avoiding the doctor because you're afraid of bad news. But knowledge is power, especially at this stage of life, and the great news is your body is always ready to heal Even in your 60, 70s or 80s, the human body has a remarkable ability to rebound when you give it the right support. So here's your first step. Choose one change, just one. Drink more water tomorrow. Walk around the house after lunch. Switch to decaf in the afternoon. Book your checkup. Healing happens through repetition, not perfection. The men I've seen with the strongest recoveries weren't the ones who changed everything at once. They were the ones who started small and didn't give up. And if you want a bit of help along the way, don't forget about the Senior Health Tracker app. It was designed with older men in mind. You can track your fluid intake, your bathroom habits, your mood, your sleep, and more importantly, it gives you a sense of control, because it's hard to manage what you don't monitor. This little app has helped many of my patients reduce symptoms, sleep better, and feel more in control. You'll find the link below. So I'll leave you with this: you are not powerless. Your prostate doesn't have to define your comfort. You don't need to accept every symptom as just part of getting older. With the right knowledge and a few consistent habits, you can feel better, sleep better, live better. Share this video with your brothers, your friends, your neighbors, anyone over 60 who needs a little guidance and a little hope, because when we understand our bodies, we take back the power to care for them. Thank you for watching, and remember, your body listens to how you treat it. Take care of your prostate, and it will take care of you.